Hi everyone, Ashley here. I just wanted to do a quick video on an article I've just posted online, and this is about a suite of tools that I use for my business, and I think it's so great. I just want to share it with you, and I'm sure that if you're a medium to small size business, this is going to be great for you. So it's called Zoho One, and Zoho is similar to your Microsoft 365 or your Google Suite. It does the same kind of things. It's got an email application. It's got an online, I wouldn't want to say desktop publishing, but I suppose it's a word processing application, a spreadsheet application, a slides application, all the kind of things that you get standard now with your Google account and your Microsoft account. But it goes further. It goes much further than that. In fact, it goes so far. There are so many applications. It does so much that it's actually quite overwhelming when you first see it. So that's why I thought it'd be a good idea just to do this article, just to introduce people to the idea of Zoho and what it can do. And I just highlighted here a couple of things that stand out to me. So the first thing that stands out is its CRM, its customer relationship management tool. And as far as I'm concerned, every business should have a CRM. It allows you to track your customers, and it allows you to track your leads, and it allows you to track your sales. I have found in the past when I didn't have a CRM, things were written down on pieces of paper or they were in a spreadsheet, and it was just kind of hard to keep track of everything. But if you put things in a CRM, they become very visual, I want to say. The information is just there at your fingertips whenever you need it, and as long as you keep it up to date, of course. So CRM, to me, a CRM is key. For every business has to have one. So it does that extremely well, and that's how most people normally find out about Zoho, when they're searching for a good CRM system. On top of that, another standout feature to me is its document signing, digital document signing. So I've come across applications before like DocuSign, and that allows you to send out a PDF with a place for people to sign, and they can digitally sign it online rather than printing out a form, signing it, scanning it in, sending it back. It completely streamlines the whole document signing workflow. It's great because it's included in this package, and even if you were to go with DocuSign, you only get, I think on their lowest package, I think you get about 5 signings a month. But this is completely unlimited, so there's benefits there. The other thing here is it's got something that's very similar to MailChimp or an email marketing tool. So it allows you to create email marketing lists, and the equivalent, as I said, would be the likes of MailChimps, and there's a lot of those out there now. But the great thing about Zoho is that it really tries to connect all of its apps. So, for example, the CRM will talk to the list building app, and the list building app will talk to other apps. Basically, you can connect everything up, and you can start to automate some of the work that you had to do manually before. So I find that really great for everything that I do. Another good thing to keep in mind here is, I just mentioned it on this page, it is hosted on, it's an Indian company, Zoho, but their software is hosted for European users in Europe, in the EU. So if you're worried about GDPR, you'll be kept compliant with that, because I believe one of the specifications is that you only have to really start changing things and changing the way you work and how you collect data if you're moving it outside of the EU. So another great feature is that it's data centers. Well, it has data centers in the EU, and if you sign up in the EU, you'll be in those data centers. So the verdict is that it's a brilliant tool. I use it for my business, and I'm going to run through all the apps now. And the idea is that at the end, over the next couple of months, I will talk about each of these apps in a bit more detail. And basically, you can pick out the ones that are relevant for you and see what they do, learn a bit more about them, and see if they'll help your business. I did mention in here as well about price. So for Zoho One, it's billed at the moment, at the time of recording, €35 per user per month. So it's very affordable. That can scale with your business. So as your business grows, you'll be able to afford more licenses. And I think that is brilliant because some of the other options, I mean, if you look at HubSpot, for example, which only does a CRM, the first package is around, I think, 40 a month. And then the next package up is 780, around 780 a month, which is just a crazy jump in price. So that's another good reason to go with Zoho, because it's kind of a steady pricing plan. The more people you have, the more you pay, but it's the same amount every time, so it's manageable. So it's really great. So let's run through the apps now. So really quickly, the kind of basic ones, you've got your mail, your spreadsheets, your writing, your slideshows, your online storage, your forms, your meetings like your Zoom. You've got your Click, which is a bit like your Microsoft Teams, and you've got your notebooks. Then you've got sales and marketing apps. So you've got your CRM. Then you've got Zoho Begin, which is also a CRM, but it's a more slimmed down, a more basic one. If you're just new in CRMs, that's probably a good way to start. Then you've got your campaigns, which is like your MailChimp, it's your email marketing list. And then you've got your Marketing Hub. So Marketing Hub is similar to email lists. You can do email lists through it, but it's more focused on converting leads on your website. Then we've got Zoho Bookings. So this shows people your calendar. Well, it doesn't show them your calendar. It shows them a booking page where they can see your availability and book your time. Then you've got your Sales IQ. So this is like Google Analytics. It sits on your web page and it gives you data about who's visiting, how often, what pages. Then you've got the Sales Inbox, which is basically an add-on for the CRM so that you can do emails through the CRM. Zoho Contacts is a contacts manager, so it's like an even more slimmed down version of the CRM, but it connects in with that data. So it's a contact manager, but it also shows you the deals and things that you have going on in the CRM. Then you've got your Zoho Sign, so we already mentioned this one. That's for online document signing. Then you've got a website builder. You've got Zoho Backstage. So this is a really interesting one. This is like Eventbrite. So Zoho Backstage allows you to manage It allows you to manage online events, but also offline events. So a complete event management package. Then you've got Zoho Survey, so it allows you to send out customer surveys. Zoho Social is like an app called Buffer, which basically sends out your social media posts from one location, from one hub, into all your different social media accounts. So you put your posts into Zoho Social and you say, this is the date I want it to go out. And then it will go and post it to Facebook, to Twitter, to Instagram, wherever. Then you've got Showtime. So Showtime is an online classroom, an online learning package, similar to Google Classroom. Then you've got a whole suite of project management tools. So you've got Zoho Projects. Now, Zoho Projects does a lot. I use Zoho Projects to manage my work, and it does everything from timesheets, time tracking, billing. It does, well, obviously, it allows you to track your project tasks. It also allows you to look at them in a Gantt chart view. It also allows you to look at them in a Kanban style view. So that's similar to Trello. So I would say that Zoho Projects, there's a lot to learn there. That's quite a steep learning curve, but it is worth it if you do a lot of projects. Then we've got Zoho Sprints, which is essentially Trello, which I just mentioned, which is the Kanban agile approach to project management with little cards that you move from list to list. Then we've got the Bug Tracker, which integrates with Zoho Projects, and that is essentially a list. You can use that to track bugs if you're creating software, but you can also use that to track issues on your projects. Then we've got Zoho Connect, which is another online collaboration chat tool for people working on the projects. Then we've got the Finance Suite. So we've got Zoho Books, which is like FreshBooks or QuickBooks, or it's basically a cloud-based accounting package. As part of that, it does invoices, but if you don't want to use the whole package, you can just use Zoho Invoices, which purely does invoices. Zoho Subscriptions allows you to take online recurring payments and allows people to sign up for online recurring payments. Zoho Expense allows you to track expenses. Zoho Checkout gives you an online checkout page, an online payment portal, essentially. And the last thing there is Zoho Inventory, which is a complete, fully featured inventory management system. And the great thing is, as I already said earlier, all of these things connect together. including other apps. So a great example of this is your Zoho projects. You can set this up so that your Zoho projects generates an invoice based on the amount of hours or based on project work that's been done. And that can be completely automated. So it's a really great system, really great infrastructure. The next thing is human resources. So we've got an app there to manage recruitment. Then we've got an app after we've recruited people to manage the HR side of things in the business. So that's Zoho People. Then we've got customer service applications. So we've got a Zoho Desk, which is a fully featured support ticketing desk. If you've ever called a company for technical support, say, and you've been given a ticket number, that's what Zoho Desk does. It allows you to track, and monitor all the requests that you're getting and assigns them a ticket number. And then Zoho Assist is an application that allows you to connect remotely to provide remote assistance to other users online. Now, unless you're running an IT company, you probably don't need Zoho Assist, but it's there in the package. Zoho Vault is an online password management system. So that's very similar to something called LastPass, if you ever come across that. But it basically allows you to store all your passwords in a secure application. And finally, we've got our business process applications. So I never know how to pronounce the first one. It is, I believe, Orchestly. And this is basically a workflow management tool. So it's similar to, I mentioned Trello and Kanban earlier. It's a similar idea that you have, for example, an onboarding process. And there's different phases that someone has to go through in that onboarding process. So you can have the onboarding process set up with each phase, and then you'd have a little card in that phase that you pull through into a little card representing the people that you're onboarding. That's right. And then you move that card through the phases. So you know, if you've got a lot of things going on, you can visually see where everything's at. So you know where things are. I don't use that one that much, but as time goes on, I might find a use for it because it's a good way of organizing information. The next one is Zoho Creator. So if there's not an app here that suits the needs of what you're looking for, you can use Zoho Creator to actually create that app and add it into your Zoho account. It's a low-code solution, which means you can do quite a lot with it, but there is a little bit of coding involved. So you might need to get assistance with that if you do need to do the coding part. Then we've got Zoho Analytics, which is something like if you've ever come across Microsoft Power BI, Power Business Intelligence. And basically, this pulls data and can see data in all these other applications, and it pulls it into a central application, which is Zoho Analytics, which means if you've been in a company where you've had to generate reports and you've had to manually do that and get the figures and create the report, the idea behind this is that the reports are just there. You can set up a report, all the information is already available, and we should be able to set up that report so it just runs automatically and someone doesn't have to waste time doing that. And the last one here is called Zoho Flow. And Zoho Flow, what it does is it tries to connect applications. So as I've said, the Zoho applications all try to connect with each other anyway, but you can use Zoho Flow to try and automate specific things that you want to happen. That maybe, for example, you've got your CRM and your mailing list. They talk to each other anyway. So if someone joins your mailing list, you can set it up so that they go onto there. But maybe there's other things. Maybe when someone joins the mailing list, you want to trigger something else. Maybe you want to trigger a project. So you can set Zoho Flow up and say, this is the trigger. Anytime you see that, do this. But what's even better is it connects to applications outside of Zoho as well. So there is a whole host of possibilities. This is very similar to something called Zapier, which you might have come across. So that's basically Zoho's answer to Zapier. So that's it. That is the list of applications. As I said, it can be quite overwhelming in the beginning because there are so many and you just don't know where to start. But that's where I hope to help you with this. I'm introducing you to it here, and over the next couple of months, I'll expand on this. I'll look at each one on its own, and you can just pick the ones that you want to learn more about. If you want to support me in doing this, it'll be really great. You can just use the link that's here, go to Zoho, or there's another one at the top here, go to Zoho, and that's an affiliate link. And if you do make a purchase, if you do choose to sign up with Zoho, it won't cost you anything extra, but I may get a small commission on that. So that would really help me and make doing this for you all worthwhile. So I hope that's been useful, and I look forward to talking to you all soon. Bye for now.